Welcome, Jane Eyre.
Hello.
Welcome back. I'm so happy you're here. The album coming is, are we close to an album?
Well, actually, I'm working on a piece, but I think I'm going to have this piece ready in about a month, hopefully.
We're very excited to show you all.
Do you remember where you first met them?
Well, wow. Okay, Jane and I share a very long history. It all started when Jane was looking for a job after having worked as a teacher for a few years at Lowood's School for Girls.
I applied myself as governess and ended up advertising myself in the Sheer Herald, and eventually I got hired by Mrs. Fairfax, who was a housekeeper of Thornfield Hall. There ended up being a little love triangle between me, Ed, and Blanche Ingram.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah, I was so in love with Edward, and I really thought we had a connection, but then things changed abruptly.
Miss Ingram and I almost got married, but as you guys all know, we split up. No hate though, she's still thriving and she's a wonderful person, but obviously sometimes things don't go the way they're supposed to.
Yes, of course. Anyway, after they split, Edward and I went to get married, but as you may have heard in the press, it turned out that Edward already had a wife at the time. Her name was Bertha Mason.
So Jane ended up leaving Thornfield Hall.
Yes, I went to Morehouse and stayed with the wonderful Rivers family for a while. And completely by coincidence, I found out that the family I had been staying with was actually my family.
Oh my God!
I found out completely coincidentally that they were my cousins. Still shocked to this day. Well, when I met them, since they were strangers, I didn't know if I could trust them with my real last name, so I told them that my name was Jane Elliott. But one day, after finishing a piece of artwork that I had been working on, I autographed it and I wrote my real name by accident instead of Jane Elliott, which is what I had told them my name was. And my cousin, John Rivers, he saw that, and I just remember the complete look of shock on his pale face, and I couldn't figure out why he was acting so strangely.
Wow.
Around that time was also when the unfortunate fire broke out at my home, Thornfield Hall. Just watching the place where I met my true love burn into flames shattered my heart completely.
I haven't seen you in over a year probably, and I haven't seen you since the tragic event that happened.
Well, his former wife, Bertha Mason, may she rest in peace. She set fire to the building, and she decided to jump off the building while it was burning up in flames, eventually ending her own miserable life.
I know it's just tough for everybody and tough for fans and tough for you, and I know you haven't done any interviews, and I understand that, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for coming on our show and for being strong.
Due to the fire, obviously, I lost my arm, and I got this realistic prosthetic arm just last year. Anyway, skip ahead a few weeks, and Jane and I met up again in another home, up in Ferndine. I had never been so happy. Right then, I proposed for a second time. My heart was racing, waiting for an answer, and then she said yes, for the second time. And we finally got married, and since then, have been living in the happiest life together. Right, Jane?
Yes.
Our wedding day was small, but it was so beautiful, and we were so happy together. I couldn't ask for a better wife, and I'm forever grateful.
Yes, I'm also very grateful.
Thank you, pal. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for being here.